Yeah, just made a start levelling some of this concrete out. It's not going too bad really. It's great big slabs of concrete and it's flipping strong concrete. The fellow who did it's he's a neighbour of mine. Yeah, I don't know, it must have been done about 10-15 years ago. It was basically got a bit carried away making some raised beds in his garden, and this is, I mean, bloody hell, he must have had some rubble to get rid of, but at the same time he must have had some bloody bags of cement, because it's tough as, well, don't know what like this lump here, I hit that with a digger and the whole weight of the digger bouncing on it a couple of times and it doesn't even touch it. You'd think it would just shatter, but no, God, he's put some he's used some bags of cement to mix all this, and he mixed it all by hand. So yeah, I think the best thing to do is do what I'm doing, lay it all out. It's well below the level. I don't know whether you can see that on that piece of wood there's a little white mark, and that's the height of the ground if we were ever to concrete from this shed across here. That would be the level of the gravel that we'd need, so the concrete would be above that line on that post. And we're way up, we're 6 inches off that, even with all this laid down on the ground, because the ground sort of falls away here. So there's plenty of room to put it, and if there isn't, but because it shallows off up there, I won't be able to put big slabs up there near the track. So whatever I'm left with, I'll just have to get a pecker or hire one or something and smash up whatever's left just to fill in all the gaps. Anyway, I'm going to go and see if the internet's come back on. I've got some office work to do, but when I went in before, our internet's crap, so I turned my computer on, it started trying to do all kinds of updates, so while it was doing that you couldn't do anything with it, so I just thought I'll leave it for an hour and let it do all its updates, and then I'll come back to it. Yeah, it's coming on alright actually. It's going down flatter than I thought it would. I've done the worst of it. That I wanted to make sure I got the big slabs that have got all the reinforced barring on the base really, and now I'm sort of covering that up with well, this pile here is there's a lot of sandstone and a lot of brick in that, so that's the sort of stuff you can get your levels with. There are a couple of high bits I might just have to there's some massive big square lumps of concrete that I might just have to dig a bit of move them out of the way, dig a bit of a hole and then drop them back in to get them down to the right level. I think it's probably quicker doing that than trying to peck them, because I haven't really got a pecker. You could spend a lot of time, couldn't you, and it's flipping hard stuff, it's not like crumbly. So yeah, I'm quite pleased actually. I think that's going to near it. There's not going to be, only going to be a couple of inches I think of some, some finer stuff to go on the top to get it somewhere near. I mean, like here, I'm stood on a track here, but where that stick is, you only need about 4 or 5 inches to get it to the right level. So, but down at that end of the shed, there's sort of almost 2 foot to fill in. So that's where I've got rid of most of the big lumps. So Yeah, starts putting ideas in your head, doesn't it? I think it could be a nice shed here, or a nice concrete midden somewhere to tip muck. But anyway, yeah, oh well, a couple of hours has done quite a bit. Might just, I think I'm going to scrape my cows out now and try and maybe go and get my spreader empty. Just find a dry field perhaps. Trouble is my road's closed. It's really annoying though, doing roadworks. They've been doing roadworks on our lane for 2 or 3 weeks I think now, and you can't. It was one half the road shut with traffic lights, and it would have been a bit tight with a spreader. So I hung fire driving down there because I've got a few fields down there, the other side of the roadworks. And now they've shut the road completely, and you can't even get down there at all. So I sort of wish that I'd gone there when I was spreading the other day and squeezed past rather than leaving it. But hopefully by the end of this week they'll have finished and it'll be open again, because it's a right pain, to be fair. It's affecting the egg trade as well. We sell eggs at the gate, and it's not doing that job any good. But yeah, gotta have something to moan about, haven't you? Otherwise, what would we do? So yeah, these cattle are a bit quite mucky now. So I'll scrape them out and give them some bales, and then it's done then. Been running for about 20 hours now. Well, yeah, about 24 hours it's been running, because I unblocked it yesterday morning. So just gonna have a look, see whether the pond has dropped at all. Oh yeah, it has. I'll try and zoom in on the bank. It's dropped. Oh. It's dropped maybe a foot if you see the brown part on the bank, and then there's leaves that were all under the water that you can see are all dirty. I would have said it's dropped at least 10 inch anyway overnight. Yep, I suppose the obvious thing would be those, I'll have to have a look at the photo, those 4 legs that used to be like a duck hut, just a wooden box that was sat on those 4 legs. Now they're stuck about 8-10 inches out of the water, so I ought to have a look at the photo and see. I'll put it in the video now. So yeah, it's going down anyway, so that's good. Forecast looks awful though, so I don't know what to do really, because I need to move my chicken shed. The next chicken shed I've got to move is that old one that's on wheels, and you have to drag it onto the field, and the field's a bit wet. And ideally the day you want to do it, you want it to be a dry day, and you really want to get the muck moved from underneath it the day you move it, because you don't want that to get rained on, because it'll go like slop. And I don't know whether I've got time to do it all today, so this sheep just seems to live in here now. I don't know if you can see it. Just hides in a pile of wool. It's quite clever really. It's decided that living under that table is its home. It goes out like and wanders around and grazes and comes back in and sleeps in there. Right, we'll get these cars fed. These are on. The vets are supposed to be coming back this week. They've castrated these 6, and they said just keep them separate from. We split them in half, so I've got a gate across. But they want a bale rolling out really. I was just gonna wait. They were supposed to be coming back this week, so once they'd finished, I was gonna take the gates out and roll some bales out, because they're getting a bit mucky now. Oh, to be fair, I might have to do it before they come because they're a bit of a mucky mess. So I might have to take the gate down and just roll the bale out and either sort them back out again or leave them together. I don't think they'll hurt really. They were worried that they didn't want them to be fighting and banging around after they'd been castrated, but I'm sure they'll be fine. One of these calves had a bit of pneumonia. This white one didn't look very good. White-headed one. But it's had a jab and it might give it a bit more metacam today. That's what I'm told. But it's up anyway, it looks loads better than it did. I thought it was going to die. But the weather's all of a sudden changed temperature. It's got just basically dropped like 10 degrees within the last week. So that doesn't do them any good, does it? When it does drastically changes. I've noticed all the hens have noticed it too. They're all the eggs are a bit down, and the eggs have all got bigger. When the temperature drops, they all eat more feed to try and get the energy to stay warm, and so it pushes the egg sizes up. So I'm getting loads more extra large and large than I was, but slightly less eggs, so, which isn't a bad thing because I've got plenty. But yeah, so right, I'm going to get these fed. See what the day brings. Dan lost his penknife when we were cutting that hedge. So we looked everywhere for it. We looked at the footage from the last video, and he had it halfway down the hedge. He had it on. You could see in the video that I filmed that he still had it on his belt, and then but by the time he'd finished the hedge, it had gone. So we thought it must have fallen off when he did the archway. He must have caught it on the hedge or something, so it was just clipped onto his belt. But we looked everywhere, and then this was all the cuttings. We just bulldozed it all here with a digger, and I was going to just flail it all. But yeah, we went through it all with a rake, and we went all up and down the hedge. Never found it. I just bet it's lodged in the hedge somewhere. We even went back down with the digger. I lifted him up just to look in the top of the hedge, just to check it wasn't stuck in the hedge somewhere, but couldn't find it. So it's one of them things. He's like Dan says, as soon as I run the flail through this, I bet it goes ding. He said it will go ding, and that'll be that. It'll smash it to bits. Or if you're lucky, it'll go ding and not smash it to bits. Anyway, right, I'm going to crack up. Yeah, so next video spoiler, we're moving this shed. Have to check the inside tyres still got air in it, because sometimes it goes down now. And there's some sides inside that scratch shed. Some just corrugated sides to take the steps off it at the other end. And then put it on a tractor and tow it onto this field somehow. You can see a bit of a dark patch of long grass here, where I've washed it the last couple of years. So I was thinking I'll try and drag it over that and take it up further up onto that dry ground. Fertilise a bit more area, because a lot of muck comes out of it when you wash it out. So that'll be the next video, probably tomorrow's job before it rains. Get it moved, get it moved anyway, and get the muck taken away, tipped up probably, because I don't think we're going to be spreading it. So yeah, Gonna go get some car food now. Well, probably have some breakfast and then go get some car food, and then don't know if there's any spud picking going on. Bye for now.